What if you lose your sister in childhood due to a disease, and because of this you decide that you will become a doctor, as you will not let anyone die like your sister? But one day if you die due to working overtime, due to which you go to another world where you come to know that magic also exists in this world, and later if you come to know that a virus is spreading in this world due to which all the people are dying, then what will happen? Will you be able to stop this virus of this world with the help of the memory of the previous world or not? In the beginning of the story, we are shown a doctor named Kanji, and Kanji had decided since childhood that he will make such a medicine with which any disease can be cured, and this is because in childhood he lost his sister due to a disease, and at that time there was no medicine with which he could save his sister, due to which he did not want this to happen to anyone else, and that is why he decided to become a doctor, and because of this he started making such a medicine which could cure every disease, and here sometimes he works overtime by telling his kana, due to which all his capacity reduces. And one day he is working like this, but then he thinks that he should take some rest, and because of this he sleeps by setting an alarm for 40 minutes. But even after 40 minutes, he does not open his eyes, and this means that due to some reason he has died, and whenever Kanji opens his eyes he finds himself in a different place. And a girl is standing near him, and she becomes very happy after seeing him, where the girl is calling him Fama, which he gets very confused after hearing, and because of this he gets down from his bed to see the outside world. But then he realizes that his body has become very weak, and while doing this his mate shouts at him. She says that you should rest now because lightning had struck you, due to which you were in a coma for a few days, on which Fama says, I am sorry, I don't remember anything about this. On hearing which the maid shows him a mirror, and here he was very shocked to see himself because he had the body of a 10-year-old boy, and on hearing his name Fama starts saying in his mind that I don't remember anything about this life, but he remembered the previous life completely where he slept for the last time. And whenever he woke up he found himself at this place, and then he feels a little pain. Due to this he asks his mate that can I remove my bandages, on hearing which the mate immediately goes and brings hot water for him. And here while removing the bandage, he sees a mark on his hand, and on seeing this the mate gets very scared. On seeing which he calms him down, and says that probably all this happened due to lightning, and on hearing this the mate starts consoling him, and says it is revealed by the maid that you have been blessed by the god of medicine, and on hearing the name of god of medicine, he is very surprised and asks him who is this, on hearing which the maid tells him that you have forgotten the god of medicine whom your family worships, and then the maid realizes that she does not know anything about this life, and that is why he asks the maid, will you tell me everything because I am very confused? Then first of all the maid tells her name, which is Lot, and further she starts telling him while showing him the palace that your family is a royal pharmacist who makes medicine for the royal family, and further she shows him a photo and also tells him that your family is also very good in magic, on hearing which the maid asks him can I also use magic, and on hearing this Lot gets very nervous and says now you should not say this because you have also forgotten magic, and if this happens then you will be thrown out of the town, on which the maid says really I do not remember anything. And on hearing this firstly, she starts getting scared, but later she tells him that you will not tell this thing to anyone except me, and I will tell you one thing, that you were very good in water magic, and that is why you should practice water magic. Then, after some time, a scene is shown where Pharma is sitting in his room and practicing the same, and then he imagines water molecule in his mind, due to which water starts coming out of his hand, and here water comes out, but he did not know how to stop it, and due to this he throws all the water out in fear, and Lottie stands outside who sees that Pharma can use magic, and due to this she becomes very happy, and Pharma does not stop here, where he tries to take out more molecules, and here he was able to take out one, and also erase with the other hand, and then Lottie comes to him and takes him to show her library, where she starts telling that there are as many molecules as there are. There is a book, you have read it. After listening to which he picks up a book and tries to read it, and to his surprise he is able to read the language very easily. And further Fama goes to have dinner with his family, and seeing Fama fine, his father tells him I am very happy that you are fine. You are already done, but the time has come for the warning that I will ask you some questions. And on this his mother says that he has just recovered, so ask him after some time, on which Fama says don't worry, I will take care of everything. And further Fama's dad starts asking him questions, on hearing which Fama also tells all his answers to his dad. Then his father tells him that you have recovered completely, that's why you can start your training again. And on hearing the name of training he gets very confused, but despite this he says yes. And the next day Pharma meets his personal teacher Ellen, who teaches him magic, and on seeing Pharma, Ellen starts doubting him because Pharma did not do good work with him earlier, but now he has become much more kind, on which Pharma tells that because of the lighting my memory is frozen. That's why I don't remember much on hearing, which Ellen calms down and asks him finally what is divine art and here. He did not remember anything about it. That is why she tells him everything, and later Ellen takes him to a riverbank for training, where she tells him to quickly take out his magical stick, and he does not remember anything about it. That is why he tells him that I have forgotten to bring the stick, for which Ellen gives him her magical stick. But before that, she shows him a demo so that he can learn from it, and after seeing the demo, Pham also tries it, and he does such a dangerous magic, due to which Ellen gets very scared, and further Ellen gives him a tool in his hand to check his magic, with the help of which magic can be measured, and later, whenever Pham starts putting his magic inside the magic tool, it suddenly breaks, and after seeing all this, Ellen gets even more scared because only a god can have such dangerous magic, otherwise a demon can have it. Then after a while, the scene is shown where Pharma and Alan are sitting on a bench, and here Alan is still scared. Seeing which, Pharma tries to make her laugh to calm her down, and Alan starts laughing at this, and then Pharma comes to know about his ability, which is Divine Eye, with the help of which he can know about the injury of any person. And due to this, he starts scanning Alan, where he comes to know that Alan has a problem in his eyes and fingers. And after this, he directly holds Alan's hands and asks him, "Do you have a problem in your hands?" On which she is very surprised and asks him, "How did you come to know about this?" On which Pharma starts telling that I did this to my hands, and that is why I saw your finger glowing. And on hearing this, she gets very scared and says to him, "What is this? This thing cannot be with any normal person. After all, who are you?" And saying that, she runs away from there in fear, and the next day Pharma comes to know about it. It is said that Ellen's condition is very bad, and due to this, she will not be able to come to give training to Pharma today. And further, Pharma's father gives him a medicine and says go quickly and give this medicine to Ellen. And after listening to this from his father, Pharma goes to Ellen's house, and whenever Pharma checks the medicine, he comes to know that this medicine will take a lot of time for him to recover, due to which Pharma quickly makes the medicine changes so that he can recover quickly. And then we see Ellen, who has come on full protection to save himself from Pharma, where she starts saying to him, "Have you come here to kill me?" On which he starts saying, "No, I have not come here to kill you." And whenever Ellen removes her mask, her condition really becomes very bad, and further Ellen starts asking him, "Why have you come here?" On which Burma starts telling that you must be ill. "That is why my father has given this medicine to you. He has sent medicine, and I have also added something to it." And hearing this, Ellen gets very scared and asks him, "Have you mixed poison in it to kill me?" On which Pharma says that there is nothing like that. You eat it, nothing will happen to you. Despite this, Ellen does not believe his words, and that is why Pharma explains to her that you are my teacher. That is why I will not harm you in any way, and that is why you do not need to be afraid of me. And further, Pharma gives some flowers in her hands and goes from there. Then we see the scene after some time where all the things of Pharma have an effect on Ellen, and that is why she gets ready to train him again. Then the scene of the next day is shown where Pharma is on the training ground, and Ellen also comes there, and here she was still wearing her armor. That is why she tells him that I trust you, but your magic is very dangerous, which can also harm me. That is why I am not doing this. I am wearing an armory. And further, she thanks him because the medicine given to her by Pharma worked. And further, they go for training, where Ellen gets very surprised to see the incredible magic skill of Pharma. And after the training is over, Pharma is sitting at his home, where Pharma is looking at the injury of his servant using his divine ice. And then after seeing Lot here, Pharma comes to know that Lot has a lot of problem in his hands, and due to this, he decides that he will make medicine for all those servants as well, where he goes to the lab and with the help of his power starts making medicine for everyone. And after a few days of hard work, he makes all the medicines, and then he goes to Lot and gives her a medicine. And after getting the medicine, Lot gets very emotional, and then she says thank you to him. And then Pharma gives all the medicine to all the servants, which all the servants feel very happy after getting. And then Pharma starts saying to Lot that these people are so lucky that these people are getting medicines from the royal family. But there are people in the world who do not get medicines, and due to this, those people are suffering due to hunger and helplessness. All these things strike Pham's heart, due to which he decides that he will create a world where people will not die due to pressure. And in the evening, when Pham is about to sit at the dining table to eat, he sees that his sister was not there, due to which he asks his father, "Where did my younger sister go?" On which he tells that she has chicken pox, due to which she has been quarantined, and we cannot go there because that disease spreads in a very deadly way. And on hearing the name of the disease, Pham starts sleeping. Does chicken pox exist here as well? And here he knew its medicine, due to which he starts making a medicine with the help of his past memory, where he mixes that medicine in his sister's food and goes to his sister, and seeing him in this room, Fam's sister tells him that father has forbidden it here, no one can come here. So what are you doing here? On which Fam tells that this is a cigarette. You don't tell anyone about it. She agrees and he feeds her food. Then after a few days, his sister gets completely cured due to his medicines. Then, Fama goes to his lab and makes a mini microscope because he cannot use the divine eye with the help of his hands all the time, and he is testing it. Then, a monkey comes to his lab and tells him that his father is calling him. Hearing this, whenever Fama reaches his father's office, he tells him to pack his backpack quickly, as we have to go to the kingdom quickly. Then, the scene shifts to the next day where Fama has reached the royal palace with his father, and here we come to know that the condition of the princess is very bad, and that is why she is on the verge of dying. And that is why the best pharmacists of the world have come to check her up. And here, gradually, all the pharmacists check up the queen, but the princess's illness is very complicated, and that is why everyone raises their hands that they can treat her. It will not be possible, and their Pharma's father also says that we will not be able to treat the princess. And after listening to this from his father, Pharma starts thinking that what is a disease that no one can cure, and due to this he starts scanning 𝐂𝐿 using divine eye that 𝐂𝐿 has tuberculosis, and no medicine works on this disease, and princess can be saved only by giving injection. But injections do not exist in this world. After all, how can she be saved? And he is thinking all this when the blood children come to him crying and say that, Mom, you cannot leave us. We cannot live without you. And seeing the child crying, Pharma loses his control and he directly goes to the queen and says, can I cure you? Because I have such a medicine with which you will be completely cured. And after listening to this, everyone gets very shocked. And further, he says to Pharma that these children do not trouble the queen, and then Pharma's father also tells him. They start saying to Pharma that you should not do any such thing, that queen has to face trouble. And then queen says, okay, I give you permission that you can treat me, because all of them have raised their hands, and you are my last hope. And on hearing this, Pharma directly goes to his lab and closes his gate with ice magic, so that no one can come inside. And then he starts making medicine. Then his father comes to the bar and says to him, Pharma, you know what you are doing. If something goes wrong, then our condition can get very bad. But here Pharma does not pay any attention to his father, and due to this, Pharma's father comes inside angrily, where he tells him not to do this. But Pharma ignores his words and starts doing his work, and due to this, his father attacks him with ice magic to stop him, seeing which Pharma also escapes from his attack very easily with the help of his seal. And then Pharma creates an ice barrier in the middle, and seeing this, his father is very shocked and thinks in his mind that how did Pharma use his magic without a stick? And that is why he starts asking him, so who are you after all? Because he had started getting suspicious. And then his eyes read Pharma's research diary, and after reading that diary, Pharma's dad asks him, what is this after all? On which Pharma starts telling that all this is a new formula of medicines, and when I was in coma, everyone used to tell me about this, and that is why I remembered it. On which his dad says to him that, well, that is the thing. I saw your solder, and it is evident from this that you have been blessed by the god of medicine, and that is why I have faith in you. Come on, do your work. Saying this, he leaves from there, and further, Pharma also starts making his medicine, and after preparing his medicine, he goes to 𝐂𝐿 with his medicine the next day, and here, before giving the queen the blessing, he tells queen that your disease has spread due to infection. That is why it may take 2 to 3 years for you to recover. And further, he takes her blood sample, and with the help of his microscope, he sees the bacteria inside it. He shows it to queen, and seeing this, queen gets really shocked, and then Pharma prepares 2 glasses with the medicine, where he first eats it himself and gives the second one to queen, where Pharma starts saying to them that now the fate of both of us depends on this medicine. But nothing happens to anyone here, and here after a while, queen starts feeling better when all the pharmacists start praising Pharma. And then Pharma comes to the direct mansion with his father. Then the scene of 3 months later is shown, where Pharma comes to check queen, where he tells her that you are getting better slowly, on which queen starts saying that I had given up the hope of living, and I started feeling that I am going to die, but because of one person I got courage again, and that was none other than my younger son, who showed me a new ray of hope of living. And hearing this, Pharma gets very happy, and then while leaving, he tells him that okay, you take care of yourself. Wait, I am leaving from here. Then a scene of a few days later is shown, where Pharma and his father have come to the palace wearing very good clothes, because today both of them were going to be given a reward by the queen. And here first comes the turn of Pharma's father. The queen, standing in front of her throne, gives respect to Pharma's father, and second comes the turn of Pharma, where he is also given respect. And with this, he also gets the tag of Royal Pharmacist, and further says that now you can find your pharmacist anywhere in the royal capital. 𝐂𝐿𝐒𝐂𝐒𝐿 Pharma becomes very happy because his dream, which is about to be fulfilled, and further Pharma reaches his house and calls the entire army of carpenters so that he can open his pharmacy as soon as possible, but then he starts sleeping. Finally, what should he name his pharmacist? And after thinking for a while, Pharma starts saying to his father that we will name our pharmacy the Parallel All Pharmacy. And on hearing this name, everyone gets very excited, and further the work starts, and all the carpenters together prepare the board of Pharma's pharmacy, where it is written the Parallel World Pharmacy. And then Ellen comes there, and she is very happy to hear the name of Pharma's pharmacy, where she tells him that this name is very good, on which Pharma blushes and says thank you for your opinion. And then Ellen starts asking him a little about the pharmacy, and then a man comes there and asks him whether you are an employee here or not the boss, on which Pharma tells that I am the boss here. On hearing which, that man is very surprised and says that you have become the boss here at a very young age, but I have a very good deal for you. Would you like to call up with me? And on hearing this, Pharma clearly refuses, on which he says that you will regret calling me. And on the man's asking, Pharma starts telling that I just want to send cheap medicines to the poor people, so that may those people be blessed. Hearing this, that person is very shocked and says to him that if this happens, your pharmacy will sink and I will save you. Come to my team. But despite this, Pharma refuses him. But that person does not give up and starts forcing him a lot, due to which Ellen gets very angry, where Ellen says that you are running away from here, not getting beaten. And after hearing this, that person also leaves from there out of fear, and further Pharma comes inside his pharmacy, where he sees that there are only 2 workers in the pharmacy, and due to this he starts sleeping. We should increase the workers. Then the lady also comes and tells him that I can do all the work here, on which Pharma also rubs him. But despite this, he lacks one person who is an accountant, and due to this he starts thinking about it. And later, whenever Pharma comes to his house, he sees that all the servants are crying there, and with this he starts sleeping. After all what happened to all these people, why are they stopping him? Then he comes to know that his father's accountant is retiring because he used to have a lot of pain in his legs, and due to this, he was not able to walk properly. And because of this, Pharma asks him, if I cure your legs, then why don't you do this? Would you like to work with me? On which he also agrees. Due to this, Pharma quickly goes to take permission from his father, where Pharma asks him that today the accountant who is retired from you, can I give him a job in my pharmacy? On which his father also gives him permission, and further he also gives him a box of gold coins so that he can make his pharmacy even better. And the next day, Pharma does the grand opening of his pharmacy, and here it is not necessary that you have opened a new shop and customers come to it immediately. This happens with Pharma also, and 1 month passes like this where not a single customer comes to his pharmacy except an old uncle who used to come to his shop just to buy a candy, due to which Pharma gets very upset. Then Pharma's mom and dad have changed their name and come to Pharma's pharmacy. But Pharma easily recognizes his mom and dad, and further Pharma tells his mom and dad that my pharmacy is not at all, it is not working and no customer comes. Here, due to this I am very upset, on hearing which his dad says to him, can you show me your pharmacy? On hearing which Pharma also starts showing his pharmacy, where he first shows the medicine room, and there was a lot of medicine there. And further, he also shows him the bedroom made of patients. And then Pharma asks his dad, did you find any shortcomings here? On which he tells that there are no shortcomings here. Everything is good. And further, Pharma's mom gives him a suggestion that along with medicine, you should also make a beauty product which is low in price and of very good quality, such that every type of woman will purchase your product. And she likes the suggestion of her mom very much. And then his father says that if you make this product, then do not use any type of chemical in it, which can also cause skin disease. And they are talking here. Then here a nervous woman comes. The guy comes and asks the pharmacist if there is any pharmacist here. The condition of a girl is very bad. Hearing this, the pharmacist quickly goes to the girl, and the condition of the girl is really very bad. And due to this, the pharmacist starts scanning her using his divine eye, where he sees that there are many civil cuts on her hand, due to which she has lost a lot of blood, and that is why her condition is like this. Then the pharmacist brings her to his pharmacy, and after treating her, he asks her, why did you cut your hands? To which she says that my crush rejected me. That is why I did this. While saying this, she starts crying a lot, and further she apologizes to those people because of her, those people had to face a very big problem. To which Alan starts saying that it is not like that. You will not do all this to your father. Then a scene of a few days later is shown where the bowler's father comes to the pharmacist And by then, Pharma has made its beauty product. That is why he gives her some for demo, and she likes it a lot after applying it. And then we see Latte, who is selling some beauty products to ladies, and due to this, her marketing is also done, and gradually customers also start coming to her shop because Pharma's beauty products are very good along with being cheap and seeing so much demand for beauty products. He opens a separate branch where he keeps a lot of beauticians so that he can train beauticians very quickly, and here Pharma's pharmacy starts running. And due to its beauty product, it is being discussed in the whole city. And this discussion also reaches Queen. And due to this, Queen calls Pharma to check its beauty product, where Pharma first gives her a lip balm, and whenever he applies this thing on his lips, he starts liking his lips a lot. And due to this, Queen Pharma's products start to look very good, on which Pharma also starts telling them about his other products after. Hearing which, Queen tells him that you will have to increase the price of your product because your product is sold the cheapest in the entire market. And due to this, everyone does not like to go to another shop. Due to this, they are incurring a lot of loss. And due to this, they will come on the road one day or the other. And after listening to this from Queen, Pharma feels that he is doing wrong, and due to this, he also agrees to increase his price. After this, we see that Pharma is on the beach where his sister and boy are playing together, and Ellen is sleeping in a corner with him. And seeing Pharma, his younger sister starts insisting to go to the water, but here she clearly refuses him because the father has forbidden both of them to go to the water, but both of them start insisting. Due to this, he is unable to stop himself and gives permission to both of them. He gives it to her, and here Pharma's younger sister also asks him to come with her, but Pharma refuses and says this from her mouth. Hearing this, Pharma remembers his younger sister, and because of this, he sits at one place and starts crying a lot. And then he hears his younger sister's screaming voice where he sees that she is drowning in the water. That's why he goes to save her, because he thinks that he should not drown her like his first sister. And because of this, without thinking, he jumps on the water and starts going towards her. And then he sees that his younger sister is drowning in the water. That's why he also tries to save her, but despite trying a lot, he was not able to save her. That's why he screams loudly, and because of this, a lot of power starts getting released from inside his body, and a very big pit is formed there, and there is not even a single drop of water there. Seeing which, Pharma gets very scared, and Ellen is also watching all this there, and seeing these blows of his, she gets very scared because just now Pharma had used Tib Divine Art, which is only a demon can do this, and then Pharma comes out safely with his sister, where he starts sleeping. Probably no one has seen him doing all this, but this was wrong. There, a person secretly eavesdrops on all this, and because of this, the person quickly goes and tells all these things to all the members of the holy group. And because of this, everyone starts feeling that all this is the work of a monster, and because of this, they send 2 assassins to keep an eye on Pharma. Then we see that Pharma comes back to his pharmacy where 2 people of the holy group are keeping an eye on him, and the next day, whenever a soldier comes back to his duty, he opens the gate, and as soon as the gate is open, a white man enters the pharmacy with mud and 𝐂𝐸𝐲𝐲 items and spreads the entire 𝐂𝐸𝐲𝐲 there. And when Pharma's father comes to know about this, he feels that someone is targeting his family. And the next day, but whenever Pharma reaches his pharmacy to clean it, some of his old customers come to clean it, and along with this, some people from the city also come to help him. And then a girl comes to Pharma in a panic and says to him that my father has fainted. That is why, please come with me. Joshin's Pharma also immediately picks up all his medicines and leaves to help him, but the girl takes him to a deserted place. And as soon as he reaches there, she disappears, and seeing all this, Pharma gets very confused at what is going on here. So here's some people in white clothes surround him from all sides, and after seeing all this, Pharma also comes to know that these people are members of the holy group, and their leader here is named Salman, who believes that there is a demon inside Pharma and they have come to kill him, and they also try to do so, but Pharma attacks them. Pharma stops them, and here Pharma knew that he was much more powerful than them and he could defeat them very easily, but he was also afraid that if he did something like this, then these people would get killed for no reason, and that is why he himself was backing up. But those people were not ready to lose, and that is why Pharma starts showing his power, and everyone understands how strong Pharma is. And then Salman sees the 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐿 symbol in Pharma's hand, and on seeing that, he says, "Stop, this is not a monster, but this is our God," because of which everyone stops and starts apologizing to him. But Salman was badly injured due to the fight, and his village was very dangerous. That is why Pharma tells him that you cannot be left like this. You can get an infection from this, and you can also be killed by this, on which Salman says that I have attacked you. That is why this is my punishment. But here our man is a doctor, and how could he let him go? And that is why he starts telling him that I will have to do your surgery. But there's a problem in this too, that our man was a medical scientist in his previous life, and that is why he did not know how to do surgery at all. And there is no one here who knows how to do surgery, and that is why he decides that he will use his knowledge to treat him somehow, due to which he quickly sets up an emergency tent, and he quickly starts the surgery. And here he was so lucky, due to which his surgery also becomes successful, and within a few months 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐿 also gets completely cured. And after getting cured, the holy group gives him a promotion, and after this he goes to meet the pharma in his pharmacy, where he tells him that you have saved my life. That is why I will keep your cigarette as a cigarette. And here 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐿 has brought a lot of gifts for him, and among them there is also a holy stick of his group, which 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐿 gifts it to pharma. And whenever pharma picks up the stick, it suddenly starts woggling loudly, and 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐿 tells him that this stick is chosen. You. Hearing which Ellen gets very excited, and she asks pharma that can I touch it once. Hearing which pharma gives her the stick directly, but then suddenly the stick goes past his hands, and here we see they come to know that only the person who has been chosen by the stick can hold the stick. Then in the next scene, we see a person whom someone catches by doing magic. They start telling him that you have made a lot of medicines, and because of this you have earned a lot of name in this kingdom. Then why did you do this? On this, he says that people who are born have to die one day, on which the father of pharma tells him that because of this you did so many experiments with so many people. On hearing this, the person starts saying that anyway it does not make any difference because there are only lies in this world. Then the eyes of the father of pharma open. He comes to know that all this was a dream. The next day, when those people are eating, then the father of pharma gets a letter. Later, the father of pharma starts telling pharma that a festival is going to be held in this kingdom, in which many people are going to come from far and wide. But there is a problem in this, that a very dangerous virus is spreading here, and this is a very dangerous virus which has started spreading in the Netherlands. And when the festival is going to be held in our kingdom, many people from the Netherlands are going to come here, and I have come to know that many people have also died due to this virus. And after listening to this from his father, Pham asks his dad if we have samples of that virus, on which he tells that we do not have it, but with the help of the device that you had made, they have sent some cages of that bacteria for investigation. And on the other side, we see the queen, who comes to know that because of the pharmacist of Pham, this kingdom is getting a lot of fame. And that is why the queen wanted to make Pham the duke as a servant, but Pham was under the rule. That is why the queen decides that pharma is much more intelligent than others. And that is why the queen wants to make pharma's work as easy as possible so that their kingdom can be protected. In this way, we can move forward, and along with that, pharma also tells Ellen about this virus, and because of this, they take help from many other pharmacists so that together they can stop this virus. And finally, pharma goes to his father and tells him that this virus is black, and further pharma tells that this virus was there in my previous world too, and that virus was so dangerous that half of Europe's population was destroyed. And further, pharma also tells his father that for the festival, I have made a lot of quarantine places at that place, and along with this, I have made a new medicine for this virus, which is an antibiotic, and it will completely destroy the bacteria. And with this, I want you to help me to increase the supply of vaccine. On which his father starts saying that this is very difficult for a royal pharmacy, and that is why I will discuss about it with the queen. And further, pharma's father tells everything to the queen, and there the queen accepts everything of pharma. Because this is the queen, the job of the queen is to protect her kingdom. And because of this, the queen says that I will help you completely to stop this disease. Then we are shown that everyone is working very well. And here the farmer has made a very high-tech machine with the help of which any bacteria can be seen very easily. And further, the farmer starts asking about his new medicine, on which a person named Perry starts telling that our new vaccine has reached everyone, and due to that vaccine, about 1,000 lives can be saved. And after hearing this, the farmer becomes very happy and asks him that if this disease is with anyone, then we will treat him for free. And further, he starts telling that this virus is spreading due to air, and because of this, whoever wants this medicine can take this medicine. On which Perry starts saying that we will work as a team so that we can stop this virus, and who is on the other side also gets to know. It is revealed that all the guilds and merchants are also helping them, and the queen also becomes very happy after hearing this. And finally, the queen tells everyone to still be careful because this virus can spread from anywhere in any way. And after hearing this from the queen, everyone agrees to the queen, and with this they will have to follow the decision of pharma, because all the decisions of pharma are absolutely correct. And secondly, pharma is very scared that it will really be able to stop this disease. on which Ellen starts saying that due to your vaccine, many people's lives have also been saved. And then we see Latte, who is cheering Pharma to work well, and at the same time to take care of themselves and not to work excessively, and to see whether Pharma will be able to stop this disease. You will have to watch part 2, and if you want part 2, comment quickly, and with this, do tell in the comment how you liked the video. You are new on the channel, so please do subscribe, friend. We will meet in its second part. Till then, sayonara.